What I really want to talk about, how are your blisters?
Healing, thankfully. I was almost going to cancel the podcast. I was like, I can't do it. I can't walk.
Not while
Let
we're all
alone talk.
here.
No.
You couldn't have cancelled it. You'd have had to come.
Don't you get blisters anyway with new boots? Right. I know that wasn't why you
No.
had blisters, because you had blisters because dancing shoes. You don't get blisters new boots?
No, I think that's the advancement of football boot technology.
Well,
They're quite like slippers when you put them on these days. You don't really need to like sit in the bath for an hour with them on.
I was just
You
going
know,
to
back
say,
in the day, like
you
the
do.
hard leather.
You do. Do you remember we were told that? I feel like we've had this conversation before, Gabs, about wearing football boots in the bath.
Yeah, I
Well,
feel like
then-
we've had it, but I feel like it was like an older generation
Okay,
kind of
maybe
thing.
that's more me then. I'm now in that bracket. Wow, vintage.
So these, do you actually put the boots in the bath, or you just sit in the bath and the boots are outside?
You get ready for the bath how you normally would get ready for the bath, but you
Right.
just put your football boots on.
Right, but you don't do that anymore.
I've not found myself doing it since I retired, no.
Gabby, how do you soften your boots?
I feel like I have the same pair of boots, like the same style, different colours, so I'm just used to them now.
But you can give
That's
boots
good.
away now, can't you? Because you like have boot sponsors and things.
Yeah, but I don't sit in the bath with them and then give them away.
You might get more money.
It could be like a charity auction. Gabby George bath worn boots
Yeah. Oh, I'll stick
instead
those
of
on
match
today.
worn.
Soft and ready to wear.
We are a PR advertiser's dream right now. This is 3 Players and a Podcast. 3 players, 3 topics, and hopefully a podcast out the other end of it. This week, Gabby George. That's not actually your chant, is it?
No, who's song?
Yeah, what is your chant with the United fans now?
Oh, do you want me to sing it?
Yes,
If you don't mind.
because it's thoroughly embarrassing and it will go viral.
No, I can't.
Come on, just say it. Just say it.
From within shore, she likes to fight. She's born to play in red and white. So listen close, it must be said. Like Manchester, Gabby is red.
That's,
I
that's
love
decent.
it. Love
Decent.
it.
It's just Marcus's chant, but with my name in.
That's brilliant.
You made it better.
Yeah.
Well, it helps that you're from Wythenshawe, the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have chants, so that's the only reason I gave you one. Because Izzy Christiansen and Jen Beattie are here as well. And this is the gift that keeps on giving. This is going out post-Christmas by New Year, and it's special because we've got 3 podcasts for you. We're going to give you your top 5 WSL defenders, but that can also include a goalkeeper, WSL midfielders, but that could also include Izzy Christiansen, and WSL attackers.
I
Jen
had an
Beattie.
all right career, by the way. I know. It was all right.
It was better than mine. So this week, the
mine.
first... No, Gabby, yours is just beginning, as we've discovered. You don't wear your boots in the bath. So this week, we're gonna start with best WSL defenders. You'll give me your top 5, and then we'll argue it out as should who be in the top 3. As we have 2 great defenders here with us, Gabby, what does it take to be a great defender in the WSL?
I feel like consistency is a big thing for defenders. And I think the game's developed through the years that I've been in the WSL. I feel like when I first come through, it was about doing the basics well in terms of your defensive duties. But now I feel like there's a lot of ball playing defenders, and that's what it takes. So I think having the ability to do both is quite needed in the WSL. And I think athleticism also can work in your favour. I think with the forwards that we're getting into the league from everywhere, I think that helps also.
You've seen a shift.
Oh yeah, massively. I mean, I think everyone is a generic thing to say, but I think the way that the game's grown from all aspects of women's football, the sort of resources that have come into the game and improved it from a sports science perspective, and that's amplified everything from a physical, technical, tactical, all aspects of women's football. It's come on hugely in the space of 5 years, even quite a quick growth.
Is that why you retired?
Yeah, it just was getting too much for me. Yeah. The defenders are so good, you can get past them. So, yeah, I thought it was time to hang up the boots and do something else.
Do you think we have the best defenders in the world in the WSL?
Well, now Rafa's left.
Yeah. Some of them. We do have some
yeah,
of them.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Some unbelievable in Europe as well, though.
Yeah.
Mappy Leon.
Yeah, like Barca, yeah, Mappy Leon, the ball playing centre back, that is the modern game. But like Gabs was spot on, like there's loads of players now who need to be, you know, quick, strong, athletic, but also be able to be as competent with the ball at your feet. Because I think every WSL team plays out from the back. So you have to have that competence of game understanding and when to play. And
Same as goalkeepers, to be fair. If we're keeping them in that bracket, the technical ability of goalkeepers coming up now, you have to be another defender in that element. You have to be able to play with your feet, and whether it's spraying long passes or being able to build out from a high technical level, goalkeepers have to be in that category. So I think the way that that's improved as well, we've all had to improve, and that doesn't exclude goalkeepers in that conversation.
Which is exactly why, Jen Beattie, we have goalkeepers in our defenders when it comes to the WSL top 3. Are we ready?
yeah.
Top
All right.
5?
Yeah, give me your top 5.
All 5?
Yes.
Who's going first?
Well, who wants to go first?
Okay.
We can't make
I'll
Gabby go
throw
first.
one right in at the deep end
Give
to
me
start
all your
with.
5.
Oh, the 5.
Yeah, give me your 5, and then
Okay.
we'll decide whether you're right.
This is in no particular order.
Okay.
Ona Battier.
Yeah.
I thought she had a big impact in a short amount of time in the WSL.
Just need your 5, no explanation.
Okay, sorry. Lucy Bronze,
Yeah.
Katie McCabe,
Yeah.
Karen Bardsley,
Yeah.
Millie Bright.
Top 5 defenders of all time. Bardsley in there, obviously keeper, and Bright to finish it off. Gabby, in no particular order.
I've got KB in there as well for a goalkeeper.
Karen Bardsley.
I've got 2 goalkeepers.
That's all right.
Wow.
You allowed it.
I have put Mary in there for Oblate.
Oh, United Union.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, and Alex Scott.
Oh.
Oh,
decent.
Okay, so some crossover in that. Let's cross to our international defender, Jen Beattie.
Yeah.
Have you put yourself in?
Yeah.
she's got her name 5 times.
Just quickly changing.
We didn't say it, so she's not doing it now.
I just think that actually neither of you picked Jen.
I've gone quite Arsenal heavy.
Yeah, no, can I just say Jen was really close in mine. Really close.
Thanks, it is. But I missed the clap.
And mine.
I'll explain
Guys.
later. Carry on, Jen, sorry.
You have put her up front, haven't you? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. I've gone KB,
Yeah.
Lucy Bronze, Steph Catley. I've gone pretty Arsenal heavy here. Leah Williamson and Rafa were the 2 centre backs for me.
Oh, nice.
Like Rafa, she didn't play long enough, but she was still
Yeah, I was thinking about her
Yeah.
too.
like
So was I.
there's unbelievable. We're gonna explain them later on, right? This is just the naming part.
You can do it now.
I just love Rafa.
Oh, so she's allowed to do it?
Yeah, of course.
When I'm reading my list out, it's like, is he
Cut.
just the names, please? Cut,
Yeah.
no
Should
information.
say Raphael. 'cause
Yeah.
that was her.
So you've all gone for Karen Bardsley. All right, so she could automatically be advanced to the top 3 because we're going to choose the top 3 out of this. You've all gone Lucy Bronze. Interesting.
She's
And
quite a
that's
good
it.
player.
That's the only one. Oh, go on then, Jen. You can explain yours if you want. Who would make the top 3? Let's go for Bardsley.
Gabs, do you want to go for a coffee?
No, so Karen Bardsley would be a man. Like she is number 1.
And we're all in agreement in that.
Like
Yeah.
there was no better as a centre back playing in front of KB was just cruisy. The way she communicated constantly for 90 minutes, and then literally any balls that came into the box, she'd just literally catch. She didn't barely even had to defend very much. And then even in the top games where she only had 1 or 2 saves, she would pull out the 1 or 2 worldy saves that you need your like number 1s to step in at that point.
You're nodding.
Yeah, nodding, absolutely agree. Did her job very well. Top player.
I mean, have you, any insight to add to that, Gabby? I mean, we've gone. She makes her life easier, so that's it. Tick.
Yeah, I feel like just when I was first coming through, I think KB was one of the top goalkeepers then. I think she was a top player, so yeah.
Remember was it Canada when she got a bit of stuff in her eye? No, I remember that. You know, you're playing on those 3G pitches.
A bit of 3G
yeah,
grab
crumb in her eye.
Crumb.
And her eye came right up. I mean, that's all I've got to add to the
Did
conversation.
that happen during a game?
Yeah.
That's all I've got to add.
Yeah, she's definitely in the top 3 then. Yeah.
She's
She
made
goes
it.
straight in, just because I had a story about her. Right, okay. So Karen Bardsley is in the top 3. So now we've got to fill the other 2. Would you like to, Izzy, make a claim? You've all got bronze. Mm-hmm. So is she all going in the top 3? Who are we all saying she's the best?
In the same, you know, if that's the rule for Karen Bardsley, Lucy Bronze should be put right in there
We
as
make
well.
the rules up as we go along.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
No, I think vintage WSL Lucy Bronze. She was definitely the rise of the fullback in the WSL, and she's gone on to have a really good career. So I think she deserves it.
I love that she's gone on to have a really good career. She's
Just
done
like one.
what when you're coming through the ranks and you're looking at Lucy Bronze, what is it about her that makes her a brilliant defender?
I think the ability to be an attacking fullback. I think she developed that in the women's game in terms of getting forward, but also doing her defensive duties really well. And yeah, she's a top player and won everything you could imagine. So you don't do that if you're not a good player.
Too right. Has anyone got a Lucy Bronze story? Have I got to bring another story out of the bag?
Plenty, but probably not suitable for podcast. Well, this time last year, Lucy Staniforth's wedding. We were dancing till quite late. DJ was fantastic. Thank you to Lucy Staniforth for putting on a fantastic event.
Did you have to pop to Boots for Compede the next day?
I had to go to Boots for other things the next day.
Too much.
Oh, God.
Anyway, fine. Lucy Bronze,
What funny stories?
Jim? I mean, I don't think we can top that.
No, I think for me she was just a monster, like of that sort of generation. Like her energy in a game. She was the kind of player that when a team was rotated, right? If she was rotated out, you'd miss her. Like she gave that. She would make the sort of winning tackles in your box and then go and score up the other end. And are you all right?
I'm just laughing about what I've just said.
I don't want to see that back.
I don't think there's anything
Jen,
funny
so
about
sorry.
that.
I'm thinking more electrolytes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Lucy Bronze is in the top 3. So, Gabby, you also went for Mary Earps, Millie Bright, and Alex Scott. Why do you think either of those 3 should be in the top 3 defenders of all time?
I think with Millie Bright is she's good at the bread and butter, which I think is overlooked sometimes in this day and age, and she does it really well. And I think when you take her out of a team like England and Chelsea, you do see the effect that she has on the team.
She's one of those players that you kind of look to and think, all right, a bit like Lucy Bronze, if Millie's doing it, then we should pull our finger out.
Yeah, I remember when Millie was in the under-23s, and I think I was just coming through it was my first under-23 camp, and she was my roommate, and I remember going in and I was like, wow, I feel so small now. But no, she's been a top player for many years in the WSL.
Was she still doing annoying TikTok dances then?
No, I don't think she had started. No, she hadn't.
You were the beginning of it?
Yeah, I think she just brought the good treats to camp.
See, that I want to know more about, but I'm worried about another endorsement. Is he Jen, Millie Bright?
Yeah, for me, she's just the kind of... She's the balance of a centre-back duo that I think Leah and Millie have sort of hit the nail on the head. And yeah, she's just an unbelievable player that, again, when England are missing her, you can see it. And what she's done at Chelsea, the kind of calibre of player she is, person off the pitch as well, she's just absolutely smashed it.
But she's not in your top 5.
Well, I went Arsenal heavy, didn't I?
All right.
I mean, I had Rafa and Leah. Like, they're still my number ones.
I would argue that Rafa, I agree. She came into my thoughts, but she hasn't been in WSL long enough to be classed as all-time.
That's what I thought. I would really like to as a player, but I was like, I don't know if she'd done enough.
Yeah, she was brilliant.
All
long
time.
enough.
She's absolutely a brilliant player. But Millie, I think, Wikipedia, most WSL titles, her and Fran Kirby. And I think, Gabs is spot on. She's, she does all the basics well in a game of football. And I think her presence, when she's on your team, you've got a good chance and set piece threat. And, and I think she's really thrived into a leadership role as well. Because when she first moved to Chelsea, she was a younger player and she grew under Emma Hayes' management. And I think now you look at her and think she's at the top of her game at the moment.
I think Jen makes a good point. Rafa, it may just have been one season, but what a season.
She's one of the best centre-backs I've trained with, played with. The level of skill that she has, and not even just that, absolute ball player, but then the physicality she brought to you as well. She was just next level for me. And I was gutted when she left because she was just brought our team to the next level, I'd say.
That's the first time I've heard a centre-back at a club saying I'm gutted the other centre-back.
No, I know. But it's true.
Go on, go.
I was I wanted to win.
Why is Katie McCabe not in the equation here?
One?
Come on. She's a top defender, top player. She has to be in with a shout as well.
Hard to get a top 5, that's it.
Yeah, if Millie's a case for going into the top 3, Katie McCabe surely on par. Would you say?
I feel like Millie, although it's on WSL, I feel like Millie also has a name for what she's done on the international stage.
Yeah. That's a great point, actually.
And obviously Katie plays well for Ireland, but Ireland obviously aren't up where England are competing.
That's a great point.
Great
You've
point.
just absolutely put me back in my box.
Actually does.
Good player.
As all great defenders do.
I hear what you're
Absolutely.
saying though, because Katie, like from left back, scores goals as well. Like some of the goals she scored this season from like a defensive position. Sometimes she's ironically more of an attacking threat from left back as she is a winger. So I think if you can bring that as a full back, then I can see why you were almost in the top 5 there. But
And I also think with Katie, I feel like throughout the year she has rotated through like a defender, winger. So I feel like was she a top winger at one stage and now a top defender?
Yeah.
So then to put her in my top 5 was a bit...
That's a great point. So will we be having another category for hybrid roles?
They're too good
Jen
for
will
any-
fit in the hybrid role shortly.
Versatile.
of course.
Katie, Jen, and we need to get another one in there for hybrid.
Just writing hybrid role down.
I mean, if we're going hybrid, we'd have to go Leah Williamson when she was first coming through.
So there's the top 3 sorted for that then.
All right. So, I mean, thank you for establishing another podcast that we haven't got time for. But yeah, absolutely. So not McCabe in the top 3. Then she's been crossed out.
Wow.
We still don't know who's joining Bardsley and Bronze. Why do you think that Leah Williamson should be in there?
I think because she broke into Arsenal at such a young age, and she was patient with England as well. You know, she played that sort of squad player role with England for so long, and she's come through at the perfect time. I think she kind of has got so much experience under her belt for such a young age, and similar to Rafa with how I describe them, like Leah's technical ability is second to none, I'd say, in the WSL, and I think that's so plain to see when you've watched her over the years. And again, England have missed her. You know they're a big player when they're struggling to get results or to get that kind of level of performance. But again, the way she's kind of grown into that leadership role again at such a young age, like, is a huge credit to her.
She turn it on in training.
Leah,
Yeah. Like, does she want to go and score goals as well? And
Yeah.
because that's reason enough to discount her in my book. You know. If
No, I feel like when
she's
she
into
first...
the hybrid. You're right.
Yeah, when we both broke through it in the same year and we was playing Arsenal and I looked at the team sheet and Leah was on it, but she was playing number 9. So I was in the back and Leah was number 9 and I was like, what is going on? She was like...
So you were marking her then?
Yeah.
How was that? That must have been really weird, like marking someone who doesn't play in that position.
She's played in every single position you could imagine. She's played full back, midfield.
hybrid as well.
Yeah. No, she is.
So she's another one for the
to be
hybrid.
fair,
category.
even last season she stepped into midfield and Champions League level as well, Bayern Munich. Remember she set up the Frida Manum goal?
Yeah.
And that was like a Cruyff on the edge of a box, setting up Frida Manum for this worldy Arsenal typical goal, and that's her playing technically out of position. Only the best
That's a
players
good
can do
point.
that.
Yeah, I feel like the thing with Leah is she did play midfield growing up. So I feel like you can see that when she plays centre-back because she can see a pass what not necessarily a defender would usually see because she knows the positions, what they should pick up. And I feel like she's been a top player for many years.
Some of those players make you sick, don't they? Play everything. All right, so Leah's not in the top. Millie, we haven't yet decided on really. So
Bardsley,
we've got
Bronze.
Bardsley and Bronze. So who feels
I
that
think
third?
Leah, personally.
Neither of you had Leah. I'm just saying.
Hold on, sorry. Bardsley,
And Bronze are in.
Yeah, I'm going Leah.
I'm going Millie with what she's won.
I'm going Millie.
Chelsea v Arsenal.
Ooh, it's Millie it is.
I feel like,
Millie's won more, 100%.
and I feel like Leah will be in
Yeah,
the
I
top
think
team.
Leah's got a bit to go, like to get up there. Like what she's done so far in her career, brilliant. But I still think there's more to go. And I think if we're having this conversation in a couple of years' time again, I'm talking about Leah and I'm also talking about Gabby George as well in this category. Did tell you this off air before.
Yeah,
I said, you know, like,
I'll pay you later.
no, you don't need to pay me anything, Gabs.
I don't. So we've gone Bardsley, Bronze and Bright, which is great.
Have
All
we?
the Bs.
Did we?
It's 2v1.
Triple B.
What order would we like to go in?
What could have been?
Are we laughing at our own jokes now?
God. Oh, God.
Heavy night. Bardsley, I think you all said Bardsley number 1. So we've got a goalkeeper as number 1 in our defenders.
That's epic, by the way.
we
KB
going
will be buzzing with that. Yeah.
Like, can we get awards? I mean, we've got that in the budget.
She
Create
did, do
awards.
you know what?
Yeah.
In her career, she didn't get the credit for it either. Really, I don't think a lot of people would have put KB in there. I'm glad we involved goalkeepers because she doesn't get the credit, even like as a retired lioness.
And I'm the only one that came with a story. about Karen Bardsley. Karen
It
Bardsley
wasn't that great though.
No, it
didn't really
wasn't.
add
That's what
anything.
I was just trying to keep the conversation flowing. Karen Bardsley is our number one defender in the WSL. Followed closely, and she is always closely marking Lucy Bronze, with Millie Bright bringing up the rear. That is the end of 3 players in a podcast forever, potentially, on some of the stories that were told. Thank you to Gabby, Izzy and Jen. They'll be back next time where we talk midfielders. We're off to buy some Compeed, and other products are available for your feet, like a bath or just the right shoes.